NASA has big plans for Saturn's largest moon, Titan, and this mission is going to be like nothing we've ever done before. Let me explain. Titan is the only moon in the solar system that we know of that has a dense atmosphere, and the only place outside of Earth that we think could have life. It's about 2/3 the size of our moon, and it's the 8th largest moon in the solar system. The Titan is so unique that NASA wants to send it its very own special mission. The Dragonfly spacecraft will be an 860-kilogram robotic lander with some very cool abilities. It looks like a drone, but it flies like a plane and lands like a helicopter. It will travel through space and then through Titan's thick atmosphere before touching down on the surface. It will search for the building blocks of life called organic chemistry, which are found here on Earth in all living things from plants to animals to people. But how do we get this mission to Titan? Well, let me tell you. Lines take a few years to get ready because the launch isn't scheduled until sometime in the 2030s. The journey to Titan will take more than 7 years, arriving at the moon in 2044, so there's lots of time to get everything just right. On the day of the launch, the spacecraft will leave Earth's orbit and head out into deep space. It'll pass Earth's moon and then continue on its journey to the Saturnian system. Once it gets closer to Saturn, the spacecraft will begin to slow down and orbit the planet. At this point, the craft will separate into 2 parts: the cruise stage, which will eventually leave the system, and the lander, which will go into orbit around Titan. Now, the plan is for the cruise stage to fire up again and send the lander into the moon's atmosphere. The craft will be traveling so fast when it enters the atmosphere that it will reach speeds of Mach 15, or more than 12,000 kilometers per hour. At some point, the lander will deploy a parachute to help it slow down, and at some point, the lander will turn on its thrusters to help it land safely on the surface. Once it's on the ground, the lander will use its scientific instruments to study the moon and search for signs of life. Some of these instruments include a mass spectrometer, which will identify the chemical composition of the atmosphere, a gas chromatograph, which will separate and identify organic molecules in the atmosphere and on the surface, and a scanning electron microscope, which will take high-resolution images of rocks and soil. But wait, there's more! The Dragonfly mission will also carry a small rover named Pixie, which will explore the surface of Titan. The rover will have its own set of scientific instruments, including a drill that can bore into the surface of Titan and extract samples for analysis. It'll also have cameras that will take high-resolution images of the surrounding area. So, what makes Titan such a fascinating place to explore? Well, for starters, it's the only moon in the solar system that we know of that has a dense atmosphere. This atmosphere is about 10 times thicker than Earth's, and it's made up mostly of nitrogen and methane. Methane is a simple organic molecule that is the basis for many organic chemicals. And on Titan, it exists in liquid form, which makes it a great solvent for carrying out chemical reactions. In fact, Titan is thought to have more methane than all of the methane on Earth. Because of this, scientists think that Titan could be a great place to search for extraterrestrial life. Of course, we haven't found any life on Titan yet, but the Dragonfly mission will change all of that. The moon's atmosphere is also very cold, ranging from -179 degrees Celsius on the night side to -134 degrees Celsius during the day. These conditions make it possible for complex organic molecules to exist on the surface of Titan without breaking down. In addition, Titan has a number of lakes and rivers made of methane and ethane, which are similar to water on Earth. These lakes and rivers are thought to have played a major role in the development of life on Titan, and they are also a great place to explore. The Dragonfly mission will attempt to answer some of the most fundamental questions about the universe, such as whether life could exist outside of Earth and whether Titan could be habitable. To do this, the mission will explore a variety of locations on Titan, including the moon's atmosphere, surface, and subsurface ocean. One of the most exciting things about the Dragonfly mission is the possibility that it could discover evidence of life on Titan. If we were to find even microbial life on Titan, it would be a major discovery that could revolutionize our understanding of the universe. Of course, there's no guarantee that we'll find life on Titan, but the Dragonfly mission will give us the best chance yet to find out if there is life out there beyond Earth. There are several reasons why Titan is considered to be a potentially habitable environment. First, Titan has a thick atmosphere that provides a protective layer against harmful radiation from the sun. Second, Titan has a liquid water ocean beneath its frozen surface. And third, Titan has a diverse range of organic molecules that could be used by living organisms as building blocks. The Dragonfly mission will explore all of these factors to determine whether Titan could really support life. One of the main goals of the Dragonfly mission is to search for biosignatures, which are any signs of past or present life. Biosignatures could take many forms, such as fossils, organic molecules, or even structures left behind by ancient civilizations. The Dragonfly mission will use a variety of instruments to search for biosignatures, including mass spectrometers, gas chromatographs, and scanning electron microscopes. If the mission finds any biosignatures, it would be a major discovery that could revolutionize our understanding of the universe. Now, I know what you're probably thinking. Why is NASA sending a mission to Titan when Mars seems like a much better choice? Well, there are actually some good reasons for this. For one thing, Titan is much closer to Earth than Mars, which means that it's easier and cheaper to send missions there. Additionally, Titan has a much thicker atmosphere than Mars, which means that it's much more protected from cosmic radiation. This makes it a much more hospitable environment for life as we know it. Finally, Titan has a liquid water ocean beneath its frozen surface, whereas Mars does not. This makes Titan a much more likely candidate for hosting life. Now, you might be wondering why we can't just land on Titan with a normal rocket. The problem is that Titan's atmosphere is very thick, which makes it difficult for rockets to land safely. Additionally, Titan's gravity is much stronger than Earth's, which means that a rocket would need a lot of power to take off again. That's why NASA has developed the Dragonfly mission, which uses a combination of parachutes, wings, and thrusters to land and take off from Titan safely. If you're interested in learning more about the Dragonfly mission, I encourage you to visit NASA's website. There you'll find lots of information about the mission, including the latest news, mission updates, and educational resources. You can also stay up to date on all of my future videos by subscribing to my channel. I'll be sure to keep you posted on all the latest developments with the Dragonfly mission. And that's all for now, but let me know in the comments below what you think the Dragonfly mission will find on Titan. Do you think we'll find life there, or maybe something else entirely? Let me know your thoughts. As always, this has been your host. Thanks for watching, like, and comment your thoughts. Subscribe for more videos. Till then, bye.